West Africa now, it is usually the dream of any retiree to spend their days not worrying about much. But in Nigeria, pensioners not only worry, they fight to get their benefit from the government, with some dying in the process. Channels Television correspondent Orelua Shonibari looks at the plight of the elderly.
The singing and dancing might give an impression that the crowd here is a happy one, but that is the mask of their true feeling, because once they remember the agenda that has brought them out, the grounds become filled with fallen faces of the elderly. These are pensioners in Osun State, southwest Nigeria, who have come out in their hundreds to seek divine intervention. A sad twist, considering they have spent virtually all their lives working for the government, and now have to fight to get their just deserves. This blind man does not let his impediment deter him from missing this.
So, people have spent, maybe in certain countries, 62 for women, and then 65 for men. And they spent a large chunk of their life working either for the government or any institution. And then to reclaim pension benefits, it becomes a problem. And as you can see from the video, a blind man leaving his impediment to seek for funds. This will tell you how deep is the pension problem in a country like Africa and other places. Now you want to be asking yourself, a person who has devoted his hours, the rain, the sun, to go to work all these years, you are depriving them the benefits. What do you expect them to do? Do you tell them to not be involved in corruption? Come on. Let's see this video.
Say that at this point, we all feel betrayed by what has happened is an understatement.
Well, hundreds of retirees blindsided over a plan to make deep cuts to their pensions, and now their future is up in the air. New at 10 o'clock, 41 Action News reporter Dia Wall found out why a local congressman blames himself. Dia.
Yeah, Mike, I don't think deep cuts actually covers it. There were about 1,000 people here at Bartle Hall tonight, a mere fraction of the people who would be affected locally if those cuts are approved. Many of them showing their support visually and sharing stories of the future they thought was secure.
William Bickert, Max Alden, Bob Monaco, Alex Picone, Stephen Hadley. Come on down.
Just a few of the thousands of retirees who could lose a portion of their pension under the Central States Pension Plan. One story.
We're getting cut 58%, which is $1,500 a month.
After another.
Cut 58%.
All the hours we put in the snow, the rain, the sleet, the wind, tornadoes.
After another.
Going back to work is an idea, but for some of us it's not feasible.
One of the main things that kept us going, besides our weekly wage, was the hope that someday we would all have our pension.
Local Teamsters could lose up to 60% of their pension because the fund can't cover them.
You worked all of your lives, you deserve to get the best.
This was the last of 8 town hall meetings across the country held in Kansas City at the request of Congressman Emanuel Cleaver.
It just infuriated me, one, because I was a part of creating the problem along with every other member of the House and the Senate that voted to support the budget a couple of years ago. And didn't know it.
Because the bill was attached without regular order and committee hearings.
If hearings had been held, this would not have happened.
Now the future of these men and women who worked so hard is no longer guaranteed.
I think all of the people in this country ought to be angry.
These guys,
The max benefit if that plan is approved, $12,700 a year. A House bill, a bipartisan one, 2844, has already been introduced to correct the problem. A rep with the Treasury, though, tells me tonight the decision will solely be based on if that application is legal. Live in Kansas City, Dia Wall, 41 Action News.
Okay, so you might be asking, while watching this video, then you come to a story like a man like this.
One of the problems was when my father died, in aeronautics, physics, no. Hopefully some of them are job offers. So now you have a PhD in aeronautics, physics, and a master's
PhD in physics
from Dartmouth College and a master's in electrical engineering.
How did
Purdue University.
PhD in aeronautics engineering, then 2 master's degree. Come on. Okay, let me close this and focus on this. So this is the live demo of AUCTUS platform. You can go through the platform and set your goals, how much, put your portfolio and all that, manage it yourself and see how you can actually do this by yourself. And then we want to come to the problem that these guys are facing, the issues of pension funds. So if you want to look at the pension funds, like for the contributions, there are times where misappropriation of funds. So there are a lot of people who night and day they are laboring, and then they are putting some funds which automatically the government deducts from your pay, and it tells you this is pension, and then this is stars. You know, when you're dealing with the government or institutions, you don't have the right to, it's just being deducted, and then what is being deducted is being stolen and all that. And then you talk about the expenses that come with regulation, third parties and all that, and then the investment earnings most times are big and all that, and then there is uncertainty that actually happens. However, I've not retired. I've not started working actually. So, but I do know from the videos I've showed you, I do know the pains that goes with managing pension funds and all that. So if you look at the problems today, there is a problem of savings. So you see a large chunk of people who have spent, let's say, 35 years or more in working for any institution or that. By the time they come to the retirement period, they're like, they don't have enough savings that can actually last them through their entire life. That is one of the problems. The another problem is there is no much advice on financial market and all that. So when it comes to financial advice, people do not have much knowledge about the markets and all that. That is where third party is that is where third party seeks to come in. So if you look at a platform like AUCTUS, for example, so AUCTUS wants to let's talk about their vision. So their vision is to put retirement savers back in control of their pension of their retirement plan by offering access to global investment platforms that allow users to create optimized portfolios of bonds, stocks, and then cryptocurrencies, and then combining it with by providing information needed to take well-informed decisions, and then combining it with the blockchain technology benefits and all that. Considering the problem they are seeking to solve, and considering the team, it's a very, very big problem that they're trying to solve. Though there are other persons who are one way or the other trying to solve such problem. However, AUCTUS have an advantage. They have a working model and they have a very good thing. And I've been spending much time, especially when considering this platform, spending much time on how deep the problem is. Because if you want to trace the problem from that video I watched, I showed you, there were no profiles of transparency. So you see people who it's like a contract. Okay, we'll be taking such cuts from your pay every month for your pension, and only to come to the end of your working years and there is a breach of contract. With AUCTUS, it's a smart contract. It cannot be breached. And then there will be a robo advice you to actually advise people on the best investment issues and all that. There will also be place for human advisor if you can actually pay for it. Then it's also building a platform here. You have tools where people can actually be giving some incentive if they actually provide some financial services like writing newsletters or being current with the times and all that. And then you have a very pretty roadmap behind it. Yeah, seeking to partner with a lot of companies and all that. However, the market they're going for is a very, very big market, the pension fund industry. I hope they can actually pull this project through, because one of the things I see with most projects, especially when it comes to crypto, they have very lofty ideas, but they tell you they will have lofty white paper, but there has to be a translation from this is what you're going to do to what we do. What they're seeking to do is very good. They have a good thing. You can check on the team, but let's see if they're able to pull up this project. So guys, do have a very good day.